everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the Army Think Tank podcast. I'm Jen.
Jess.
We did that at the same time.
Yes.
No.
Chaos. That's what it is.
Chaos. all the time.
Chaos.
5 seconds.
So, how are we doing today?
I know Jan has a lot of snow.
Oh my god, it hasn't stopped. I'm so done.
It's so like the weather is like not bad. It's like 4 degrees. It's relatively, it's not freezing cold. It's not warm, but it's not as bad as it could be for January. So
It's not our usual East Coast winter right now.
because they were saying, I was reading something about like a polar vortex that would be affecting the weather, and it would be getting colder and colder. So.
Yeah, apparently this week is supposed to be colder, but I'm like, I am either at work or at home.
Yeah, Alberta is like, I don't know, this week it's been pretty mild. There was like one day where the wind was ridiculous. Like, I could have blown over, really, if I was outside.
I almost became a snowflake yesterday when I went out, so.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of, like, it's ridiculous. Apparently we're supposed to, well, at least the northern half of Alberta is supposed to get freezing rain, at least according to my parents. But
always a fun time.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anything for southern Alberta. It looks really sunny for the next couple, and I mean, it's been sunny all week, so.
Yeah, we're supposed to get more snow on Thursday.
Although, not that I've been outside, because I literally work in, like, a dark place for, like, 10 hours a day, so.
I went to see my grandparents today because I was just bringing them my grandma's Christmas gift, which arrived late. And so I took my mom's car because mine has been in the garage since Thursday afternoon. And so no snow on my car. Life hacks.
Life hacks. Put it in the garage.
Yeah, have the smallest car. But yeah. So we have like a bit of stuff going on the agenda today.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that we wanted to at least mention and celebrate is the 1 year of the masterpiece that is Black Swan.
The masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
Cannot.
From our very first episode, and you can look back from I'm pretty sure I've mentioned Black Swan at least once.
Oh.
Every episode.
That can you blame me though?
No.
It's amazing. And the thing is, it was so funny because when everyone was celebrating 1 year anniversary with Black Swan, my timeline pretty much stayed the same because on a regular basis, the people that I interact with are always talking about the greatness of this song. So like nothing
changed on your timeline.
But the thing is, I was surprised and I was like, wow, time really is an illusion because I cannot believe it's already been.
It's been a year.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like I made like a little like edit of all of like the performances that they've done. And it was kind of like crazy to just go back like through everything from like the music video until all of their performances they've done. It was kind of crazy to like think, oh yeah, it's been a year.
Can you remember how hyped we were for the first performance on James Corden?
Oh yeah.
And then they showed up barefoot.
No, the thing is, I remember like I was just like, because I don't even think, was I on Twitter? I don't even think I was on Twitter at that point.
I mean, you did say yesterday that you got on Twitter in February of last year.
I wasn't on Twitter. I don't know. I was just like on YouTube, and then I saw. Can I tell you? I was on YouTube scrolling, and then I saw that BTS Black Swan, and I was so confused. I think like I was on for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Wait, what? What happened? Is this even allowed?" And then I saw. It was so.
It's not allowed, but they still did it.
They still did it. I just love how they dropped that music video out of like nowhere and was like, yeah, this is happening. And then like I think they dropped like a like a behind the scenes of filming it, and they were like, yeah, like it was, you know, it was whatever. We had like 2 days, and I was
I
like,
remember that we got like the dance crew version, and then we were
yeah,
like
the
most of us were
orchestral
most
version.
of us were like, are we gonna get an actual music video or not?
Yeah.
And then I think it was like at least a month later they dropped. I don't remember the dates. Like
I'm
with
so bad with dates,
timeline.
but yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and then it come out, and I was like, oh my god.
I know. Honestly, though, I'm like waiting for Big Hit to release that orchestral version of it. Like,
Yes.
I was literally just gonna say that. I'm very. Can you just give it to me? So
Big Hit needs to release
Please.
like a bunch of songs on Spotify. Remember that TikTok I sent in a group chat with like
yes,
Blue Hour, the dance
Yeah.
break version? Like we need that version on Spotify.
I want it on Spotify. Like, please, like even like on with that dance break like
Yes.
section. Like,
we're
please
begging you.
Give
begging
it to us so we can
Begging.
dance in our rooms.
yes,
Please.
I wanna. Yes,
you, please.
just
Tan-
please.
Tangent. What I really want is the like album version of Map of the Soul 1 concert with all of the like live performances.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Take my money. I would even pay for that.
I would like, yeah.
I
100%.
don't feel like I'm asking for a lot here.
You're not.
Like,
No.
You're really not.
I'll pay for it.
They're all like
Yeah.
they were like recorded. That's not a problem for them to just like mix them and put it somewhere.
Right? Like even on SoundCloud. Like even just like put it on SoundCloud. It doesn't even need to do like I need it. I need it in my life. Like it's
in whatever way that I can get it. So
100%, yeah.
if you'd be like if you could expedite that process.
Please.
Please.
Big Hit. I promise.
Yeah, we beg of you.
That will stream the crap out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Please. What happened with that whale plushie? So
that sold out in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I've heard like 5 minutes. I've heard 3 minutes.
No, it was like 5 minutes because Jess and I were still debating getting it, and then we were like, never mind.
Yeah. We were like, so yeah, we had like sent the message in the group chat that Big Hit was dropping something to do with.
We wanted a shirt. Let's be real.
I wanted a whale shirt. Like, give me something that I can wear on my body.
We're gonna have to have it made.
At this
ThinkTank merch.
I mean,
whale shirt.
Maybe. Would you guys be into that? I don't know.
Whale shirt.
Whale shirt.
Like I don't know what I was doing, and then somebody like I was just scrolling through Twitter, but this is like all after that whole whale. This is like after it happened, and then I was scrolling, and then somebody was like, "I can't stand armies anymore," and then I was like, "Huh? What is this?" And it's all about that damn whale plushie.
It was just so hilarious.
I was like, oh my gosh. And people were like, oh, I thought y'all didn't have money. I thought, where did the money come from?
I mean, we don't have money, but and yet.
Here's my thing with that. It's a distinction. It's like, I'm broke, but not for BTS. That's like, that's the line that I'm drawing is like, like I'm broke as hell, but not for BTS. I think I could do that. Yeah.
No, I think of it in the same vein as like when people will be like, "Oh, I have nothing to wear," and then they have like a full closet.
Yeah,
I have 100% to wear for this specific event. That doesn't mean I don't.
I like lately have done like what I'm calling my BTS money, because like I like put aside all the stuff that I need to like live, obviously, like rent and food and all that jazz. And then I'll have like a separate place where I'm like, this is my BTS money. And this is money that I spend on BTS / now TXT.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like if you're working and you
I mean, you can do what you want with your money as long as you're smart about it.
Exactly.
And the thing is, right, it's so interesting to me because a lot of this doesn't happen on a regular basis. No. A lot of armies are actually like working people, which is how all of the merch gets sold out. Everything gets sold out.
Yeah.
We are working adults.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I find hilarious when people are like, "Oh, these tween crazy fans," and I'm like,
no.
Actually,
I'm about to turn 24.
Exactly.
I'm not a teen anymore.
I am not a teen whatsoever. We're not going to talk about it. But you know, 30 is coming my way.
Yeah.
Quickly.
30 is a good age.
More quickly than I
Don't be afraid of it. 30 is a good age.
You don't look like you're about to turn 30.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
like before, like
small baby.
Yes.
I would never have guessed that you were about to like hit 30.
Yeah. 29 this year, 30 next year.
Worldwide handsome.
Worldwide handsome. I take after my bias, you know.
There you go. So what did you guys think of the video? Now that we're talking about whales.
Well,
okay,
that was perfect segue though.
That's a 0 o'clock music video. Nobody can tell me any different.
No, that's a 0 o'clock.
That's a 0 o'clock music video. So it came out in the morning because I think actually I was reading that the people who were watching it like on the other side of the world, it actually like when the song hit 0 o'clock, it actually was 0 o'clock where they lived. And I was just, but for us on this half of the world, it was in the morning and I was like sitting waiting at work and I didn't really know what I was getting into because like the title was like Dream On, so I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I started watching it and I was like, oh no, I made a mistake.
No,
mistakes were made. So I had to like hold myself together at work while I was like watching this music video and I was like, oh god, please don't cry at work, don't do it, just don't do it, and then I came home and cried later.
It just looks so good. Like the animation was on point.
Mm-hmm.
And how they represented all their facial expression like perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. The people that worked on that are some freaking talented individuals.
I'm just like so like when I listened to that song the first time when Map of the Soul 7 came out, that was exactly how I imagined it to be. Like they took our feelings and created it in reality. To me, that was like the most mind-blowing part because I was like, this is exactly like what I thought when I was listening to the song for the first time.
No, well, for me, like the thing is, like, I don't really cry at like music videos. Like I more so will like cry like if like for example like Namjoon is doing like a speech and then it just like hits like but I was watching it and then I got to the end and the message, I hope you are a little bit happier, and then after I realized that I was like smiling for the entire time as the music video was playing. I was like, oh my god, it was just so
I had like the dumbest smile on my face.
It was like I was just like, oh my god. But I think one of the things that I appreciated about it, like as you guys said, the animation was spot on because I was scrolling through Twitter afterwards, and there were so many people that were taking stills of like the Tiny Tan members and then like
comparing it to like real life.
Honestly, like I couldn't. It was like a game of like spot the difference, and I was losing. So
they they like nailed their personalities.
It's so good. That's like word to like the animators, the people who are doing it. It's good. It's really amazing.
I was like totally okay up until like that last part where she's like sleeping and they're all watching over her. And then like JK with the hat down and like
Yoongi turning around before he left.
Wrecked me. Absolutely wrecked me because I'm like, that's like we were talking about last week with the battery recharging, like that's how it feels, right? Like they don't want to leave us and we don't want to leave them, right? Like it's one of those things that our relationship is so intertwined with each other, and I think they captured that like so well in just like a short amount of time.
It's in like 30 minutes, I think.
I mean, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
1,000
right?
words. Yeah, and like Jimin hitting that high note with the whale, like going over the piano, like, my god.
When she like changed into the purple dress, I was like, can we give like?
Can I get that dress?
She looked like a Disney princess. I was like, is this a Pixar animation? Like, what's going on?
like convinced. Like, I don't know where these animators.
I have no idea.
It is really good.
I also
Insane.
It's insane, and I also love the fact that they made her like an adult army that like goes
Yes.
to work, has dreams and aspirations, and is like trying to balance between like the love of playing piano and also like having to go to work. Like I loved that they put her into an adult situation.
Yeah, because like most of us are adults.
Yeah.
Very like it's a true representation because that is how most of us live our lives.
100%, yeah. And I've totally like been in those moments where I'm like on the train heading home and just like not feeling it or like not having a good day, you know? And then just like
that's me most days.
Yeah, to like come home and just like play a hilarious video compilation of them, or like to just listen to their music, or you know, that's reality, right? And then to have the juxtaposition between like the duties that you have to do and the the dreams and aspirations that you have, and that they're always there and pushing you forward. I think it's honestly like goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's just such a beautiful representation of us together, and the fact that they released it like with like Tiny Tan instead of like doing like
no, I was reading this one tweet and it said Tiny Tan has the best comeback of the year.
Yes.
It's so true.
Also, I kept seeing these tweets like we're still waiting for Tiny Tan and the BT21 like collab. Like bring the two universe together.
Yeah, totally. And I also like, this just occurred to me, but also like We Are Bulletproof the Eternal was also animated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to have those like emotional songs be animated, I think is just such a cool way to like to push the creative boundaries, because you're limitless. Like the possibilities are limitless.
And the ability to convey such like deep and heavy emotions through animation is talent in and of itself.
I totally agree. Like it completely reminded me of like a Pixar movie, like 100%.
Because it's easier to relate to another person behind a screen or behind a camera or whatever, but it's like hard. It's like it takes a lot more on like both ends to understand that based on like an animation.
For sure, yeah, because you're not like looking at a person like face to face. You're not seeing their eyes, Totally. I totally get that. Yeah, it was just such a beautiful thing to just like drop out of nowhere,
Yeah.
They always just drop these things. I last week, but the day that they like decide to like drop a full album out of nowhere, I might just pass away.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For sure.
I'm gonna pass away. Like it's going to happen.
There's no like question about it.
No.
Yeah.
Just like, oh shit, she's on the ground. Well, must be a BTS now.
Yeah.
My brother just walked in the room. I'm just on the floor. Understandable. Have a good day.
Yeah, let's just be like on the floor, like start fishing in my bed, and then my brother just comes in, and my dad's like, "You good?
You good though?"
Like, no.
No.
I don't think I would know. I think I would stop like functioning like EXE's no longer work.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Control
just last night. Just now the EXE stopped working.
I did. I stopped functioning as a human being. Listen, I was just too excited.
Shit happens. It's really exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think of people diving to ARMY Twitter right after starting being into BTS?
So
what are your thoughts on this?
My experience with Twitter. So since I like discovered them in 2016, I hadn't been on ARMY Stan Twitter because I didn't get my Twitter account until 2017, I want to say. And even then, like I wasn't on Stan Twitter like at all. And then I think it was like this year that I really like got into Stan Twitter. Like obviously I like followed BTS in particular and like all that kind of stuff, but I didn't follow a bunch of ARMYs. It was just like from their official accounts. And then this year was like, yeah, might as well just dive right in, you know, quarantine, or like last year, I guess.
That's what we do best.
Yeah. So quarantine was kind of like the catalyst for that, and I think Map of the Soul 7 also was just, actually Map of the Soul Persona was the catalyst for that. And then Comeback and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, here's my thing with social media in general. I feel like if you're gonna be on social media and if you're gonna like read the things that are posted, I feel like you should also like do your research when it comes to things that are said on the internet. And it kind of boggles my mind that people just don't do that, because the information is so accessible. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't be like, oh, somebody said this, but is it actually true? You know, that kind of stuff. That's like my thing with
don't believe everything you see on the internet, people.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like jumping on bandwagons is not the way that we should conduct ourselves. I don't know, like
be nice to people.
Yeah, like just be kind and be nice is my thing.
For me, what happens, like I've been on Twitter for a long time, but I didn't really use it all that much.
Yeah.
Like I would follow some YouTubers and some Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
I mostly got it at first because one of my friends was on there and she was like, oh, it's like the best way to keep up with like your favorite YouTubers. And then I started streaming, and that was like my way of just like telling people that I was live, because I didn't want to do it on Facebook because like there's a lot of people on there that wouldn't understand, and I'm like, can't be bothered. And so that's what I did. And for me with BTS Twitter, it just like happened naturally. So I started listening to their music, and then I was on Weavers, and then it just happened. I started following them, and then I saw like posts and trending, and it just happened naturally over like 6 months. So like it wasn't like me going it right away, but just gradually and organically going
sort of like
through it. It just happened, and now I'm part of an insane and amazing group. So I'm very glad for it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So I was thinking of this question, right? And why I thought that it was like relatively important to discuss is that, so when I created Twitter, right? I feel like I'm kind of an anomaly because I created my Twitter account at 22 years old in February of this year. So
that's fine. It's not you being an anomaly. What do you mean?
Right? So I did that, and I did it with the intent of, like I follow other people on Twitter as well, but I kind of did it with the intent of like going into, because I think we were in quarantine, and Map of the Soul 7 was coming out. I was like, okay, I need to make a Twitter. I need to see what all of this is all about, because it's very, I was like, okay, let me dip my toe in here.
It's different from any social media for sure.
Totally.
It's very different. So at this point, I had been like a fan of BTS for about 3-ish years. 2.5, but I'm gonna say 3. So I, within that 3 years, I was able to learn about BTS from BTS. So I had watched like a good portion of the content. I had watched some Run episodes. I'm still not up to date with Run. Leave me.
Me neither. I need to do that.
You guys.
It's been 2 weekends and I'm still not up to date.
I had watched a documentary series. So I had done all of this, and then when I got into Twitter, it was very much like I knew what I was getting into. So I didn't go into Twitter looking for anybody to teach me about BTS, because I had already learned about them from themselves. And where my thing comes in, it's that you have to be strategic enough to curate a timeline that you want to follow and see things that you want to see. Otherwise, your experience on Stan Twitter is going to be horrible if 100%. You're not careful about the things that you want to see. And the thing that I've noticed specifically is that it's almost like an echo chamber sometimes. So, and I caught myself about to enter the cycle, and then I realized, oh wait, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I think a part of that is like of my age, because I'm relatively grown up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be like you'll think something, but then you'll go to Twitter to see if everybody is thinking the same thing that you are, and then you just get stuck in like a cycle of not even having your own thoughts, but
Yeah.
looking to confirm your thoughts based on what other people say.
For
So
sure.
if what I said made any kind of sense. So I just want like, you have to be smart about it, because half of the time when drama happens on Twitter, I never know. I never see the drama on my timeline.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
It's usually like an hour or two has passed,
Yeah.
and someone's like, "Oh, did you see what happened?" I'm like, "What happened?"
What
And
happened?
then I'm scrolling to see what happened. But my experience, so when everyone talks about this negative experience that they have on Twitter, I see how that could happen. But also for me, I just curate my timeline in a way that is going to be beneficial to me and my experience, because I love the block button and I love the mute button. Don't get it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think that's like totally fair to do. Like if you want to see certain information, I feel like it's your timeline. So you should curate it to how you think and feel about certain things.
Also, don't be afraid of the unfollow button.
Yeah, I mean like who cares? At the end of the day, like numbers are just numbers. They don't actually matter. And half the time like it's the people who follow you are not actually like people. They're just like bots that like just follow random all the time. I don't know. Like yeah, I don't see any of the negative stuff. So like when it comes up in the group chat, sometimes I'm like, what?
Really?
What?
Confusion.
I'm totally confused that this is happening right now. I'm like, I don't get it, because I just don't either follow people who are part of that drama, or I'm not clicking on all that stuff all the time, right? So like it's not coming up on my timeline.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally okay with. I'm 28 years old. I don't need to get into a fight with like a 13, 14-year-old. It's not worth it to me.
Well, there's that, and it's also tiring for not much.
100%. Yeah, and half the time like these
I'm already tired enough.
Right. Yeah, like half the time these people who are like trolls or like people who are just saying things on the internet are just doing it to get a rise out of somebody else and like get people
and
to
they feel safe
forward.
behind the safety of their computer.
100%. And it's ultimately like the thing is like you're not always going to change people's minds on certain things because they're either not open to it or they can't see that other side of a conversation. And so making the energy to like prove your point, a lot of the time it's falling on deaf ears because they're just not listening to what you're saying. And if they don't want to change, then they're not going to change. Like that's just the reality.
The thing is, I agree with that, but sometimes I want to be petty to be petty. But the difference,
well, we all do.
Totally.
Who doesn't?
Totally.
Is I'm aware of when I'm doing things just to be petty. Like, like it's 100%. not necessarily.
Being self-aware is it's
a huge thing.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that I think that I'm going into an argument with someone and that I want to win the argument. It's just that, oh, I have time today. And I have the time. So we'll do totally. But I think sometimes we need to differentiate between like quote unquote trolls and actual discourse that I think that can happen on these on like Twitter.
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes like actual discourse happens and you can read through a thread and you can see the train of thought and you can see what's going on. And like like we should be able to differentiate between that and somebody who's just fucking trolling.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, having like difficult conversations is always important when you're discussing topics. And I think like especially in a form such as art, like not just music, but like all kinds of art, it's really important to have those conversations because you make better art because of it, right? Yeah. Like having those conversations is very important. I just think sometimes we forget that we have emotional attachments to things, and unfortunately, like, our emotion and how we feel about certain situations is always tied to those conversations. And so having those conversations be respectful, I think, is more important. Like, making your point, but also making it like respectful. Like, I understand where you're coming from and you understand where I'm coming from, and let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
It's important.
There's always like a grown-up way of approaching things.
100%.
There's no need to create drama just to create drama.
And I think a lot of the time on Twitter, people forget that, you know, like, we have feelings, or like we have, like, we're saying these things because we have a certain emotional attachment to it, and we want to like prove our point. Maybe not prove, but like say our point to others.
Well, the thing is, like, I honestly, like, sometimes I'll just like close the app.
Yeah, that's a
totally.
way to do things.
At the end of the day, like, one of my favorite YouTubers said this, and I completely agree with her. She's like, at the end of the day, it's all pixels and codes. Some of the things that y'all say online, you would never, ever, ever say to somebody if you were to see them face to face.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of people just do shit behind the safety of their screen.
Yeah, and like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna argue with like pixels and codes unless I have the time and I'm feeling petty.
For sure. No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to call out somebody in real life because you can see their reaction to that, and as human beings, when we see somebody have like a sad or upset reaction, it really causes us to think about what we're saying, and you know, those things. How do I explain this? It's like, if you see somebody's upset, you feel that empathy towards them, and so you're not going to say certain things. But when you're looking at a screen and you don't have that interaction, it's super easy to just say those things. And
it's hard to tell like tone.
It's hard to tell tone as well. Yeah, totally. Because if you're talking to somebody face to face, you can tell what their tone is to a certain situation.
Facial expressions, and you can
judge
based on that as well. But
yeah, for sure, because sometimes like you say things and then people take it out of context because they don't understand like the tone that you're using when you're trying to explain something or explain yourself.
Especially if you're like a highly sarcastic person.
Oh my God. That has gotten me into trouble often.
Like, I cannot read your sarcasm through the screen. So.
It's difficult, yes. Or like they'll think that I'm being serious, and I'm like, no, that was damn it, that was sarcasm.
It's like, shit, this went 50 feet over your head.
Although, to be fair, some people in real life can't tell sarcasm, so
yeah.
That is true. That is true. I think sarcasm is like a second language of mine.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
I use sarcasm all the time. All the time. I'm like, yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Ooh. Goes over people's heads.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you could relive any album era, which would it be and why? Could it be one that I'd never lived through?
Yeah.
Because I only lived through like 3, basically. It's like Dynamite wasn't an album, but I'll count it because it was such an important era.
Yeah.
I know mine.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay. Mine is, Gabby's gonna freak out because it's Love Yourself Tear.
Yeah, like
because it's like I love all of their music, but like Love Yourself Tear has so many like profound and very deep songs that I adore. Like Truth Untold, Fake Love is one of my favorite songs. So What is like an anthem to me.
Totally.
And so like I don't have more of a reason for that, except for like all the clips I've seen. It would have been insane to see that concert.
I wish, and I don't say this often because whatever. But I wish that I was on social media at the time that it came out, because I cannot imagine the pandemonium that would have
Yeah.
gone. Because to this day, people still talk about that concept photo coming out with their hair all black. Like, for, like, every like 2 weeks, somebody will bring that up, and I'm just like, ugh.
Oh,
I'm still dying, and I wasn't in army when that happened. Like,
Oh my gosh.
oh
that's
my god.
hilarious.
Yeah, so that's mine. Like, do I need to say more?
No.
Speak for yourself.
Because we've talked about this before, but like my first comeback was Map of the Soul 7.
Yeah.
And it was an intense comeback. uh because it was a full album release.
Mm.
And then I got Dynamite in the same year, and then
And
B in the same year. So
Oh,
like,
Jan.
how am I alive? I don't know.
No.
But I'm still here, barely, but I'm still here.
Barely.
But yeah, mine would be Love Yourself tier. Like, for sure I would love to be able to go on this journey from the beginning with them. But I like, as we said previously, like, you start to, like, their music comes to you when you need them most.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened to me. Jess, you said that's what happened to you as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to you as well, Gabby.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Yeah.
if it took me longer, it took me longer, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't want people to like discredit people like me that becomes an army later, because we go through the same emotions, not in the same way, but we
Yeah.
go through the same emotions because we go back and watch everything.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
catch up.
but we go through that content
And you
so
see
fast
Yeah.
after
that we're
you
like, this roller coaster that like armies that have been there since the beginning have
Mhm.
been going through it for years. We've been going through it for like a couple months.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
and-
I'm not discrediting anyone, but like,
No.
we're all in this together, and that's
100%.
what I'm getting to.
And that's like, that's why I love the Dream On music video, because she was feeling, you know, a certain way, and they came into her life when
She needed
it the most. And that's honestly the key. And it doesn't matter like how long you've been in army, or like when you discovered BTS, it doesn't
or how
matter.
involved you are in the fandom.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, because they touched you enough to be in your life, and that's it.
And we're all a big family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when you came.
All right, who wants to go next?
Yes.
Okay, fine, I'll go. So mine is gonna be Wings.
That was my second, like, my runner-up.
Yeah, Wings.
Okay.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So, okay, this literally happened yesterday during, like, Set It Off, is they played Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and, like, I don't know if you saw my tweet, but, like, that's how I was acting in real life. Like, it was just all capital letters, is this actually happening situation. I was just in shock that they played it on the radio, but not only that, when I heard that song the first time and saw that music video,
I loved Lost too.
What? And I just love how this was like their first album that had all like the solo songs included in it, and each one of those songs really just like at the time like tells a story of where they were in that specific moment in time. And I think that that's so like beautiful to like look back and like see where they are now comparatively to where they were at the time of Wings in 2016. Like, I just, that juxtaposition to me is just so beautiful.
First Love still breaks my heart every single time I listen to it.
I mean, like, Lie.
Yeah. Yeah, like I like literally like looking through like the track.
Yeah. Awake? Excuse
Awake?
me?
Okay, Awake is a whole situation. A whole situation.
And then we have Lost, we have Cypher 4.
Mm-hmm.
21st Century Girl is a bop.
Wings.
Yeah, Wings is.
Boy Meets Evil, like that performance with J-Hope and
Oh my
and Jimin,
god.
I can't remember where they performed that, but they performed it with the two of them on stage, and they both had like the spotlight, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Cannot get over that performance enough. And like seeing that music video, and I love how each of them had their own style.
Mm-hmm.
When like B came out and they were doing like all that concept photos for each of their spaces, it reminded me so much of Wings and those specific like music videos. I was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I need to give a preface, right? So
Okay.
I enjoy albums. There are some artists that you listen to and you cannot listen to a full album of theirs. You have to just like listen to certain songs, which is not the case because I love I play albums from like front to back and I enjoy it, right? And the thing that I notice with really good songwriters and really good songs and really good albums, I like to think of it as a book.
Yes.
So a book is trying to tell you a story, and then you have individual chapters. So like Jess was talking about Wings, and I think it fits this concept so well because if you think of it as a book as trying to tell a singular story, you have different chapters which tell you different parts of the story, but each part is so contained within itself that it sits perfectly. So each song is a different production, it's about different things, but at the end of the day, it just fits so cohesively that you have like no, it's like it's an album. So that's the way that I like to think about albums, right? But in addition, I think, and BTS does this so well, you can literally see a picture of them and you can tell which album is associated with this picture. They do their eras so very well, right?
Yeah.
Now, I had 3 contenders for this.
Oh my god.
It was Dark and Wild. It was Love Yourself Tear.
Yeah.
And it was also Map of the Soul 7. Now, Dark and Wild has some of their best songs. Y'all can move around me. Y'all can. I will not be arguing with Pixels and Codes, but you can argue with somebody else. You can argue with somebody else. Dark and Wild has some of their best songs. Love Yourself Tear is my favorite album, and there needs to be a distinction because my favorite album that doesn't necessarily mean that it's their quote unquote best album if they have a best album. But Love Yourself Tear is my favorite album, and I'm biased because that was like my first like full comeback, so I'm aware that I'm biased. But if I had to go back to any era and then live it again, it would have to be Map of the Soul 7 because I don't think we've actually processed what happened.
No, I died multiple times.
Yeah,
happy birthday.
I think it's due to the fact that we didn't get like a full comeback of COVID-19 and like everything was disrupted. But if we think about the album in its totality, then you have Connect BTS, all of the things that they did with that, all of the songwriting, all of like the press conferences where they go into detail about what this album is about. Y'all got
no, I totally agree with you. No, like, we didn't get the full comeback that we were expecting because of the freaking pandemic. And
because like come to think of it, Map of the Soul 7 is not a year old yet.
It's not
soon, but no.
I'm still digesting the album. Like 100%. It's every time I go back and listen to it, there's something new. I'm still trying to work through all of the songs on that album.
100%.
Yeah, and
I totally agree with that, because like with this Tiny Tan video that was released, like 0 o'clock, I didn't know that like I needed that specific representation of that song, but it completely took on a whole new meaning for me when I re-listened to it like outside of that music video. It completely like overtook the meaning of that song for me.
And the thing is, like, they just keep evolving each time that they put out an album.
Yeah.
By later this year, I could completely change my mind and be like, you know what, B is like the best album.
Yeah.
B is the one, because
I mean, I have to say that like my favorite albums are obviously, I have two. It's Map of the Soul 7 and B, because they're my first two comebacks, and they each hold a meaning, like different meaning, but they're on the same level for me.
Right.
Because they came at two different times in our current situation, and they did and helped me in ways, like in completely different ways from one another, but like to the same extent that I really needed it at the time.
For sure.
Still need B. Just
Still
saying.
need B.
Still need B.
Repeat. Let me tell you, it's on repeat. No, I agree. I think each album for me sort of holds like a different spot in the way that I think about it as like a whole. And those eras to me, like they all mean sort of like different things. And specific songs also hold different meanings. Like obviously Save Me, since it was my first song that I ever discovered, it holds a very, very special place. And a lot of the Map of the Soul 7 songs are the same thing, like 0 o'clock. And I mean, I got a tattoo inspired by it because it was just so visceral to me, and so important. And I think, again, like Wings, the reason that I chose it, I have the reasons that I have for it, right? Like it's one of those eras that I was just so completely immersed in what was happening at the time, you know?
Yeah.
No, I think about this a lot. I think like one day we'll just like sit down and look back. I can't believe all of that shit actually happened.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's a dream. It's like I cannot believe like all of this shit actually happened.
100%.
And it when it did, because it's like it's all very crazy to me. I like still like, even if I sit and try to process it, I'm just like, oh, this is actually happening. It's a thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to like just think about. It's time is just like such a crazy thing, because it feels like it happened so long ago, but in reality it's like it only just happened.
No,
Yeah.
I think
I mean, for Christ's sake, Black Swan is only 1 years old.
I was talking to one of my friends, and she's like, Gabby, I think you need to describe your life in like 2 parts. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you need to describe your life pre-BTS.
Yes. and post BTS.
And post BTS, because they're like two
very separate people.
Yeah.
Two very different individuals in a short span of time.
Yeah.
Think of it, like 3 years is not.
It's not a lot of time.
That's not that long a time.
I'm only in my second year, you guys.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's like, you need to describe
like it hasn't been 2 years. I started my second year.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, 2016, so like 4
years.
4 years.
4,
yeah.
5?
Almost. Well, 5. I'd say I would say September is my anniversary for discovering BTS, or like September, November, in between that like period of time is when I discovered them. So
when did Boy With Love come out again? It was 2019, but like what month?
April.
Yeah,
because okay, so I was like a month after. So for me is like May 2019.
And
I'm going on to 2 years.
I only know that specific date because I got my tattoo like the day after.
Oh, really?
Because I was like, that was I just don't know all the dates like that. I did.
Yeah.
I just remember the date that I got my tattoo.
The marker for me would be like film school is like my marker for that, because that's like at the period of time in which I discovered them. So yeah, 2016.
Yeah, because I discovered them after, like, towards the end, like at the end of my winter semester in 2019, and then my last semester was fall 2019.
I'm just gonna say, because the thing with me is that it's so I listened to DNA, right? So I was like around there, but I didn't actually like listen. I didn't get into it. Like I heard DNA, I heard stuff. I was like, okay, this is cool, but I didn't like jump in until Love Yourself Tear came out. So
oh, for sure. I agree. I agree.
Until like Love Yourself Tear came out, I was like, wait a minute.
Hang on.
Paradise was my song of the summer.
And yes.
Yeah, when I was like going through like my Spotify Wrapped, Paradise was my most played.
Yeah, I actually feel the same way as you, except I would say like I watched the DNA video and I was like, okay, all right. And then I watched them perform at the AMAs. And I think that was like the solidifier for me of like, oh, well,
there's no turning back.
I think this is my life now.
I mean, my 2020 rap like first song is Black Swan, because when that single came out, that's literally all I listened to.
Ugh was mine. Which makes sense. Like I was looking at it, sounds about
that sounds about right. Mine was Dynamite, and the reason
Dynamite is right under Black Swan.
Yeah, the reason that it is Dynamite is because I was using my Spotify as like a streaming platform for Dynamite to like increase whatever. Yeah. I was doing some hard army work at that point. That's why DNA is on the top. That's the only reason that it's on the top.
So it's snowing, right? Yesterday, I decided to go out into the snowstorm.
Danger zone.
And I made a snow ducky. I made this beautiful snow ducky.
It's so cute.
It's now a blob because it's still snowing. But I made this beautiful snow ducky, and my mom helped me make it. And she was like, "Oh, are you making a snowman?" I'm like, "No, Mom, I'm making a snow ducky." And she's like, "Why are you making a snow ducky?" And I'm like, "Help me make the snow ducky, and then I'll explain it to you."
Help me first. And then...
Yes. So she made the beak and the little tail we put on it. And so I explained to her, like a couple weeks ago, it snowed really hard in South Korea. And June was like, "This is the perfect time to make snow duckies."
And the birth of DTS.
And the birth of DTS happened. And so I told her that. And then I was like, he posted the picture on Twitter. And then armies all around the world decided, let's make a literal army of snow duckies. And this is my contribution.
What did beautiful. She say?
We took selfies with it. I'll send it to you so you can put it in post. But like we took a bunch of pictures with the ducky. There's one where I'm like posing. Well, I'm more like I'm posing because I'm holding my hood.
Yeah.
Because of the wind.
Yeah, like that story. See that it. And to anybody who doesn't know that story sounds so wild. Hey Mom, a member of BTS decided to make a snow.
Well, first everyone in my family was surprised because I decided to go outside. And the first the time I decide to go outside is in the middle of the snowstorm. And I was like, might as well.
I mean, just Canadian things, you know.
Yeah, just Canadian things. Don't go outside unless it's snowstorming. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made a snow ducky. He doesn't have a name. I think I'll just call him DTS.
DTS.
That's just yeah.
Yeah.
It's my whale of DTS. There you go.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
perfect.
He's a blob now, but it's fine.
It's okay.
It won't stop snowing.
At
Like,
least he hasn't melted.
Yeah.
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 He
That would
became
be
bigger,
sad.
but now he's more of a ball.
You're just gonna have to like dust him off a little bit.
Yeah.
Artists change all the time, Jan.
Exactly.
Like if he wa- if
We made him a nest and everything.
yeah, like if he wants to be bald, let him.
Let him live.
It'll be sad when he melts. It's gonna be the end of DTS for me.
Again.
Again. So
Armies are wild.
Do you guys want to do artist shout out or the meme segment first?
Doesn't matter.
I have my artist.
Oh, well, let's do artist shout out.
Artist.
I said that. No, I can't. No. See,
Who is texting me?
my phone is not about to make me look like
A fool.
a damn
A
Damn fool. Where are you? There it is.
You guys have yours?
Yes.
I do.
Who wants to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. So
Okay.
I'm going to butcher her name. Okay. It's either Hayenko or Hayenko, because that the A could have different sounds. But yeah, she's this artist on Etsy, and her prints. So I follow a lot of artists that like have like prints, like paintings and things like that. Her prints are so clean, and I'll send just a picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it has this like minimalistic look and feel to it. Like the one that I'm looking at right now, it's a watercolor painting of the Black Swan performance that they did at Mama, where women up, and it's just very, I can only describe it, you can tell that I'm not an artist, but I can only describe it in like artsy. That's the word that comes to mind. But yeah. She has like a lot of like black and white prints. It's giving very, this is what it is, it's giving very Forever Rain music video. In like the terms of like the art that they do. So yeah, I love it, and we will have the links for all of the artists so you can check them out. So
Yes.
Yep.
So mine this week is Marian Draws on Etsy. I'm still waiting for my prints. They're in the post somewhere, and I'm very excited. It's kind of like a mostly chibi version of BTS, like her most popular prints. They're so cute.
So cute.
It's so cute.
So like,
oh my god.
She also like takes her drawings and makes them into like YouTube videos as well. So we'll have that link as well in the description. But again, I discovered her on TikTok.
I follow her on TikTok as well.
Yeah, I follow her
and
on
like
TikTok.
we talked about her shop in the group chat the other day.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of us just decided to buy a bunch of prints. And we were like, are they gonna be like, what the heck is wrong with Canadians?
we all just like ordered a whole bunch at the exact same time. It was just like a bunch of Canadians because she was having a sale on her shop, which I think is still going on to the, I want to say end of January.
Maybe? Yeah, some of them, not all of them.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah.
What was my point? Right, we were in the group chat.
They're like, what is wrong with Canadians all buying prints at the same time?
Yeah, we were just like laughing really hard because like I had said like this is how many I purchased, and then Jan commented and Lenny commented. It was funny. It was so funny.
It's like, okay, got it.
Already done. My order's on the way.
Meetup, let's go.
Yeah,
because you need to check them out. It's amazing. Like
she is like, it's so cute. It's so cute, and I love her little like music video interpretations that she does.
Yeah,
it's super cute.
Yeah. Very talented individual.
Yep. I agree wholeheartedly. My artist this week is someone, again, I discovered through TikTok because that's how I discover small businesses, apparently. It's just through TikTok.
This discovered like a bunch of Etsy shops on TikTok.
The algorithm knows me very well. BTS and BTS artists, TikTok. That's it.
And like even non-BTS artists, I'm like, oh, this is cute.
Oh,
follow shop. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So she goes by the name Ashley's Persona, and she does more like keychains and like hats and sweaters and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually wearing a hat by her. That's a Jin inspired moon hat. So it's got like a crescent moon and it says all for you. Because I couldn't help myself. And I'm Canadian, so I feel like I needed another toque to add to my toque collection. And it's called toque, just so you know.
Yes, it is.
And also I have a Christmas inspired sweater that I got from her that's coming.
Ooh.
Oh, you have the pin.
Oh.
Yeah. I got the Map of the Soul 1 pin that she made for Map of the Soul 1. Yeah, I love her stuff so much.
Tell me you didn't get the Map of the Soul one though.
I did, yeah. I have it. I own it. It's literally in my like pin collection.
Jen, processing what just happened.
I don't know.
I think it's okay. I think I'm processed. I think it's okay. Jess has no idea what's going on.
No, I don't. What is going on?
It's okay.
Gabby knows.
You didn't even tell me, but I know. I don't know how she hasn't caught on yet.
Look. My brain processing connection is not working. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I love Ashley's Persona. She's great.
She's great.
We'll talk. Should we tell her now or after?
Yes, you can tell her because I'm dying.
What?
Remember what we planned to do in July?
Oh yeah, the Christmas in July. Yeah.
Yes, you just mentioned that you bought the Map of the Soul 1.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh my god!
I got it. I connected the dots.
She's connected.
Wait, is it the same one though?
It's the red one.
Okay, no, it's not the same one. We're safe, boys.
She was already freaking out.
I'm sweaty.
That's so funny.
No, it's one of the Map of the Soul 7 one.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're good. Don't worry about it.
I'm stressed.
Don't be stressed.
Okay, should we do memes now so I can de-stress a little bit?
Sure, let's do some memes.
Okay.
Meme review.
Oh my god. Okay, no, the wrong Discord. There we go. Okay. Let me get my first meme. I need to go to my meme folder.
Go to your meme folder.
Wait. Where is it?
We're so prepared, guys.
Always.
You know, it's our day-to-day life, really.
I think this has been our most like chaotic episode.
There we go.
Right.
This is the first one I wanted to send. There we go.
Lots of zine. Wait.
I get a lot of my BTS memes from Bangtan Memes for Clear Skin on Facebook. It's great.
This is like an accurate representation.
That's just me waking up on a day.
Yes.
Not all the extra stuff.
Me waking up every day and trying to love myself, even when life is difficult, because that's what BTS would want for me.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's gonna be me tomorrow morning. Let's be real.
That's like how I go through life. I'm like, okay. It's like the what would blank do? It's like what would BTS do kind of situation where I'm
literally
like, okay, so the words that I'm saying to myself, I should not be saying because that's not what BTS would want me to say to myself. Okay.
I can't I don't have the meme saved, but while you guys are saying that, something just popped into my mind. There's this one where it's literally like this it's this person, so like it's like a thought bubble and it's a bunch of like negative thoughts, and it's just BTS in the background, like, we did 3 whole albums. We did 3 whole albums about
to love you.
And yet here we are.
And yet here we are.
God. We take nothing from the 3 albums.
Yeah. But if we want to, like, we can go and talk about her baby boy for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Accurate assessment of
our baby boy is like, why am I getting so much love? What the heck?
This is like all of them, to be honest.
He's like scared. He's like, I don't listen.
This is like all of them, to be honest. Yeah, my favorite ones recently were the ones where they were like, oh, JK waking up and then realizing that he's releasing the mixtape today, and it's just JK like, oh my god,
what?
I think I have that meme. Hang on.
I think it was the one that I saw the Run episode where they had to like go to sleep and they were singing the tomato song.
Yes, this is by far one of the best Run episodes. Let's be real.
Yeah,
and then Tae coming in clutch and getting the song, and then Namjoon jumping in the back.
It's this one.
Yes. But like that's like JK like 24/7 though.
His confused face is iconic.
He zones out so easily.
JK's like,
that's why he's our baby boy.
That's exactly why. He's just got like the best faces. Like,
let's continue with baby boy central.
Yes. Like this one is like one of my favorites. I put that in the group chat a lot. What's the other one that this one, because like we really enjoy attacking each other of like,
yes,
here's some hot photos, and then it's just like,
and then I have this one that I sent yesterday. I want to dye my hair again. No, I figured you'd say that, hence why I brought a guest. Hello. Oh, because
oh my gosh,
Jin decides and he doesn't take no for an answer.
It's true. It's
Jin hit entertainment, let's be real.
Some of my favorite memes of all time are related to like SpongeBob. SpongeBob has had a hold on me since my childhood.
Your love for BTS is temporary. You will get over it soon. Try me.
Try me.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Normal.
Oh no.
That is so accurate though.
Like,
so accurate. Oh my god. The one that I always use with SpongeBob is it's 7
again. So I have this one that I picked up recently. Yoongi would sit in the middle of the Pacific Ocean for several hours doing absolutely nothing because Seokjin likes it, but an award show is where his patience runs out.
No, Yoongi was all of us when we were watching. Was it it was MMA, I think.
Yeah, MMA's, and what was the other one? Because there was 2 that he was watching, and he's like, where are my members? It was one of them that was recent, I think.
I think it was MMA or Mama. I don't know, but like.
But that story in 4 parts, though. I'm a snowman.
Yeah, the snowman performance and then the mama performance when he was like coming out as a hologram. Those 2 performances. I just love how he was an army at that point. Like, it was just so funny. And then the memes.
But the thing is like he posts things on Weverse and everybody gets a notification for it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to me. Oh, it's hilarious. it's too good.
Let's
It's
see.
Like
too
I've seen like
good.
I've seen like so many comments. Comedians should be happy that BTS decided to
Do music instead.
I agree because if you putting all of them in the same room together, it just erupts into chaos, and it's so
chaos. It's so yeah, like all the compilations, like the meme edits that I see on like YouTube and stuff, like so funny. They just
yeah, this
so
one is one of my favorites.
Augusty.
Augusty.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me after finding out about BTS moving into a $7 billion USD apartment. Money? What is that? Why am I poor? If that's not armies, I don't know.
Yeah. That is accurate.
But it's flowers.
Yes, it's so sweet.
He's just so the sweetest. Oh, it's funny to me. Like,
all right.
And Army is just so talented when it comes to coming up with some of these memes. I'm just sent.
All right, I'm sending one last one.
Okay, let's see it.
And then we need to move on because otherwise we'll be here forever.
That's true. We'll be here for like hours. I'm so ready. I'm excited. This last meme.
I'm trying to find a really good one.
Yeah, it's so funny to me. Like the creativity that comes out of like.
Oh, there we go.
Finding memes. It's just
let's go for this one. Yep.
Good.
I was watching this video.
It is Jinhid Entertainment. What do you mean?
He's taught them some things that is just inappropriate. Like, get out of here.
Just Hobie teaching them to take a heart out of their pocket.
I can't. And Tay, I literally sent, I think I'm pretty sure it was like the group chat where I was like, they have taught them some things that are inappropriate and it's just not allowed. It's not allowed.
Or just the one video where TXT asked them what to be prepared for in America, and Jin being like, they don't speak Korean.
Like it's just things like that.
And it's just like, does he know we speak English?
It's so funny to me because like
no.
what? I can't.
Yeah.
Also, like them all on like Weverse sometimes. Like Jin recently was
Talking
just like,
butts.
Yeah, somebody. I don't remember the context of the conversation. It was just like somebody said, if your crush wants to go to a movie but you've already seen it, like what would you say? And then they like typed what Jimin would say, and Jin was like, just tell him the ending and go to another movie.
Yeah, watch something else.
Why is that me though? Like that would be something that I would do.
Yeah, so funny.
Like who allows him to have social media? Like
they're full-time comedians.
I can't. And then that mixture between like chaos in the Run episode and the editors who edit those episodes.
They're goddamn savages.
I hope the editors I hope they get raises because it's so
good.
Funny. The combination of
that Run episode with like the arcade thing, and JK was like, I can't beat the basketball score, so I'm just gonna climb in it and
I can't. The one that gets me is the one where Hobie is like using the dustpan as a badminton racket, and then he misses, and he was like, "Don't put that, like, edit that out," and they put it as the title, like.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Get on.
Yes. Or they were like, in the same episode, they were like, it was the frying pan against the pot lid.
Yeah. The editors, they kill me.
They honestly must have so much fun editing that.
100%. Like I would. Like that would be so entertaining.
Like, no.
Yeah, I can.
Shall we move on to songs of the week?
Yeah.
We should have.
Let's do it.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Ooh,
Okay.
No, so I had a different song for this week planned, but then something happened yesterday.
That we can't really tell you guys
That we
just
can't.
yet.
Yeah, we'll tell you at some point.
Soon. It's soon.
It's not. Yeah, it's soon.
Hashtag soon.
It's soon and amazing.
Yes.
But something happened that we were not expecting to happen. So then I changed my song to Serendipity by Jimin because it's an amazing song. But it so happily coincided with what happened yesterday. So then I had to. It would be it wouldn't make sense not to have the song that I chose. And when we tell you what's going
well, that, and then we were like, with everything that happened yesterday, we were just like, could you imagine if we haven't met? This would not be happening.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of like circumstances that like came together.
And like the stars aligned. So this is it. That was that.
Yeah.
So that was my BTS song.
Yep.
And then my non-BTS song is New Song. The name of the song is New Song.
Okay.
By Maggie Rogers and Del Water Gap. Here's the thing. This song is 6 minutes long. But here's the thing. I didn't realize the song was 6 minutes long until somebody else pointed it out to me because it's so good that I did not even and I had it like on loop when I had it on loop.
So me last week with TXT.
And the song, I don't even just listen to it. I can't. It's just good. And that's all I have to say on that. The song. I have no notes. So literally.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So my BTS song this week is Home. Because it's one of my favorite songs. Like, I love all of their songs, but I always come back to this one. The vibe is always good, and I am someone that, as much as I love like traveling and going out and seeing people, like I like my safe place. My safe space is home, and it's not necessarily like a place,
right?
But it could be a person too. And so like it's just like comforting vibes every single time I listen to it. I love this song.
It's so good.
And my non-BTS song this week is called Breathe from Astrid S. It's kind of a love song, but it has a good beat and it's really, really catchy. I think it's almost like 4 years old now, but it's a really good song and she's an amazing artist. She was supposed to come like to Montreal last year, but I had no one to go with. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's an amazing song and she's so talented.
Oh, I love that. So my BTS song this week that I'm going to choose is Dream Glow featuring Charlie XCX. I really love that song. Like, it's so pretty to listen to, and her voice mixed with like the vocal line is just, yeah, it's just so good. Like,
it's for a video game. I'm so sick. Like, I'm so...
Yeah, that's okay. That's the thing. It's for a video game.
Yeah,
that I still play.
I cannot with that. Like, you made a whole bunch of songs for a video game.
Yeah,
it's sick. And
what?
Yeah, what? Not even to like interrupt you, Jess, but the song for the car, it sounds so cool. No.
And I just like it, like even like the cover art that they use, like with the planet and stuff, like it reminds me of that. Like, I'm transported into like another universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that song so much. It's always on my playlist.
This?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought it secondhand on Marketplace.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, it looks really good.
Yeah, I bought mine new.
Like this shit is so pretty.
Like, it's like, what the hell? It's for a video game.
Also, if we want to, I have a Sleepy Youngs.
Oh, you got Yoongi?
Yeah, and I got Namjoon.
I got Namjoon, but I gave Namjoon to my mom because she's a RM bias, so
yeah, I
had
was
to
like,
go.
I want the Sleepy Youngs.
It's
Thank
so
you.
cute. I think the other one was Hobie that I got in that album. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Dream Glow. That's all I gotta say with that song.
It's like, you mean this?
You mean this? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. My non-BTS song. So it popped into my playlist yesterday, while I was like playing games and stuff. Let me just preface this with like, this song is like a hoe anthem. I'm not even saying that to be disrespectful.
Listen.
Yeah.
So this group, Wavy, they're part of NCT, but they're the international line of NCT. And I don't know what it is with this particular group of NCT, but they hose. And they know they hose. And it really, like, every time I listen to the song, it's just like, stop it. You need to stop. Like, just stop it. It's called Bad Alive. And they have, I think, 3 versions of it. They have the English version, the Korean version, and the Chinese version, because they're all, like, international. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. Like, when that song comes on, you turn up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah.
You do a twerking?
You know, I don't know how to twerk that well, but, like, that song, it makes me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
we'll have to ask the group chat to teach us.
And that music video that goes along with it is illegal. It should not be on the internet. It should have, like, a rated R across it or something. Like, 18 plus. I can't.
Abort?
Like, 10 isn't even wearing a shirt for most of that video. It's just inappropriate. And then Lucas is a whole situation. There's this one reactor that I follow who calls him Swag Daddy Lucas, because that's what he is. He's Swag Daddy. And it's just so...
oh my god.
He's gotta stop. Like, I can't.
Gotta stop.
Gotta just knock it off.
Oh my god. Before we close off, I was like thinking, since we brought up like the songs for the video games and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Listen, what was the purpose of that Samsung ad? Because nobody was looking at that damn phone.
No one was looking at the phone.
Somebody had pointed out that they were wearing earbuds, and I was like, what? And I had to go back and look at the photos because I was like, oh my god, they are.
No, literally, I saw some tweets and people were like, there's a phone.
No, like literally, I was like, because I just saw the video and just looking at the video, I was looking at it and then I see like Samsung pop up at the end. I was like, this is for a phone? Ain't nobody looking at no phone. What do you mean? Like,
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Samsung, like, they know. There was also an army who commented on one of their things and was like, is JK included? And they were like, no, that's sold separately. And I was like, Samsung, and they were like, what are you doing? Hello?
You can't sell the baby boy. That's not how that works.
You're also a phone company. They know. They have armies on tap. Like, they released like that photo with like all the purple lilac colors. They know our numbers and listen.
They know what they're doing.
I have an iPhone, but my temptation to get the new one was extremely high.
I need to get a new phone, so that's where I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, 100%. So, you know, if you see a BTS version of Samsung,
so far.
Oh man, I was just like, it's just. It's no, just
No.
No,
they're not allowed to do that. Like,
I was like,
they know what they're doing.
no. I was looking at it, and then Namjoon just like walk. Like, who told him to walk? See,
He's literally like Captain America, but like Captain Korea.
I don't know what's going on over there, but I just
Namjoon is Captain Korea.
I just have to bring it up because it's like
no,
a photo, y'all.
It was a whole entire situation that I was not prepared for. And then when they released a photo like every hour, I was just like,
They did it in fan order, right?
They did, yeah. Which is also mind-boggling to me. I was just like, Samsung.
We see
shit. All right. Damn. They have like Army's number and they have it like on tap.
Yeah. It's like speed dial, let's go.
I'm like, listen. I'm here for it. Here's the thing, like, it's fine. I feel like, you know, more BTS content, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's fun.
It's fun. It's super fun, and I do love how they like interact and like have a good time. It's like Bagel Bites, you know, like
Bagel Bites.
We love Bagel. Let's be honest.
We love Bagel Bites. All right. Yeah. Well, shall we sign off then?
We'll leave you with the Thirst Trap Thursdays Samsung ad for you.
So we have a new podcast every Thursday.
Yes.
Our social medias are all in the description below, or they are on our channel. It's easily findable. Like, there's no way you can get lost.
It's true.
It's essentially,
so if you want to follow us, like, everything is accessible.
Mm-hmm.
We might start posting memes on our socials. Speaking of memes, don't forget to send us some so we can react to them on the podcast.
Yes.
And as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell so you can know whenever we post. On that note, have a good week. And
we'll see you next time.